Hello, and welcome to your fluid yoga flow. This is an all levels vinyasa practice, perfect to get your full body flowing effortlessly in connection with your breath. You don't need any props, so when you're ready, start in child's pose. Your knees can be together or apart. Soften the weight of your torso over your thighs and stretch your arms forward toward the top of your mat. Soften your forehead down and start to pay attention to your breath. Notice its natural rhythm. And then slowly start to control its pace. Elongate every inhale and elongate every exhale. Find a slow, steady beat that can remain consistent throughout the duration of your practice today. On your next inhale, root against your palms and look forward. Lift your torso up into tabletop. Soften your belly toward the floor and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, round your spine. Draw your navel in and release your seat back down to your heels into child's pose. Inhale, press against your palms to rise back up and soften your belly as you lift your gaze into cow pose. Exhale, round and curl your spine as you sit back onto your heels in child's pose. Do this flow one more time. Follow the rhythm of your own breath. Once you've finished, inhale, rise back up into tabletop. Exhale, stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees, three-dimensionally corseted around your waistline. Inhale, lift your right leg and kick your heel toward the back of your mat. Stretch the crown of your head forward. Exhale, draw your knee toward your nose as you round your spine. Inhale, reach your leg straight back behind you. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and curl in on yourself. Inhale, stretch your leg back behind you. Option to continue flowing just like this, or option to lift your left arm and stretch your hand toward the top of your mat, and then draw your elbow and your knee toward each other as you round your back and curl in. Inhale, lengthen and expand. Exhale, round and curl. Do this one more time. If your left arm is lifted, release your hand back down to the floor. Turn your right toes toward the right and release your right foot behind your left foot on the floor. Ground into your left hand and reach your right arm high. Tuck your left toes under. An option to press firmly into your left hand and knee to float your right foot off the floor and kick it strongly toward the back of your mat. Root against the floor to lift your hips high. On your next breath, slowly lower your right hand back down and release your right knee to return to a tabletop. Inhale, soften your belly down and peel your chest open. Exhale, round and curl your spine. Draw your chin to your chest. Inhale, restore a neutral spine and lift your left leg back behind you. Kick your heel toward the back of your mat and stretch the crown of your head forward. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose as you round and curl your spine. Inhale, reach your leg back. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, stretch back. Option to continue just like this, or option to reach your right arm forward in front of you and curl your elbow and your knee toward each other as you round. Inhale, reach and expand. Exhale, round and curl. Do this one more time at your own pace. If your right arm is lifted, release your hand back down to the floor. Turn your left toes toward the left and release your left foot behind your right. Ground into your right hand and reach your left arm high. Tuck your right toes under. An option to root into your right hand and knee to float your left foot off the mat. Kick your heel strongly toward the back of your mat. Root down into everything in contact with the floor and lift your waistline up away from it. On your next breath, slowly release your hand back down and lower your left knee to return to a tabletop position. Option to turn your fingers to point toward the outer edges of your mat or to point your fingers back toward your knees. Inhale, soften your belly down and lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine and hug your navel in. Inhale, open and expand your chest into cow pose. Exhale, round and curl your back into cat pose. Flow through this one more time at your own pace. When you're finished, point your fingers back forward toward the top of your mat and walk your hands forward. Melt the weight of your chest down toward the floor as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your hips aligned over your knees, an option to release your chin or your forehead to the mat. Soften the space around your heart. Inhale, ground against your forearms to slide your upper body forward. Exhale, lower your hips to the floor. Inhale, peel your heart forward into Sphinx pose. Exhale, soften your chest down to the mat. Inhale, plant your hands under your shoulders, roll your shoulders back and float your chest up away from the floor, option to lift your gaze. Exhale, softly release your torso back down. Inhale, root against your feet and lift your heart forward and up into cobra. Exhale, slowly melt back down. Inhale, root into your pelvis, and one more time, float your chest forward and up. Create length before height. Exhale, slowly lower all the way back down to the floor. Tuck your toes under and root against the floor to lift your whole body up. Reach your hips toward the sky into downward facing dog. Option to bend your knees as you lengthen your spine. Inhale, look forward and tiptoe your feet forward toward the top of your mat. Exhale, fold over your legs. Catch hold of opposite elbows and gently sway your torso from side to side. On your next exhale, release your arms. Inhale, lift your torso roughly halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lead with your chest and rise all the way up to stand and reach your arms overhead. Exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead. Option to arch your spine back as you press your hips forward. Exhale, soften your knees, hinge from your hips, and fold your torso forward. Inhale, lift your torso roughly halfway up. Exhale, fold forward and bend your knees and plant your palms. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, lower your knees and untuck your toes. Exhale, resist gravity as you bend your elbows and slowly lower down to the mat in one flat piece. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and lift your chest forward and up. Exhale, soften back down, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up and back to down dog. Inhale, look forward and step your right foot forward. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, lead with your chest, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms high. Option to open your heart into a small back bend. Exhale, release your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead. Option to expand your heart forward. Exhale, lead with your chest and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up. Exhale, soften and fold and plant your palms. Inhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Exhale, step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, shift your weight forward, an option to lower your knees. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back and lower roughly halfway into a push-up. Inhale, flip your toes, draw your shoulder blades together and open your chest. Exhale, flip your toes and lift your hips high into down dog. Inhale, look forward and step your left foot forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward and fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach your arms high, option to back bend. Exhale, release your hands to meet in front of your heart. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, sink your hips low, and sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, draw your palms to meet in front of your heart. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, spin your chest toward the right. Option to hook your left elbow over your right thigh and apply a little bit of resistance. Inhale, unwind your twist, return back to center. Exhale, rotate toward the left. Option to hook your right elbow over your left thigh and press your arm and your leg against each other firmly. Inhale, unwind and return to center. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Option to straighten your knees. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up. Exhale, fold forward and plant your palms. Step your feet to the back of your mat into a high plank position. Corset in around your whole waistline, press firmly against your palms. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lift your hips up and back into down dog. Inhale, float your right leg to the sky. Square your hips to the floor, point your toes to face the mat. Option to lower your left knee down. Exhale, draw your right knee to your nose as you shift your weight forward and round your back. Inhale, sweep your leg back behind you. Exhale, step your foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Ground firmly into both feet and soften the weight of your hips downward. Stretch your spine forward. Inhale, press into your left hand. Exhale, spin your chest toward the right and reach your right arm high. Roll to the pinky side of your front foot and gently press your right hand into your right thigh as you spin your torso more open toward the right. Inhale, slowly unwind your twist, plant your hands in your front foot. Exhale, step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Bend your knees deeply and sink your hips low into a yogi squat. Draw your palms to meet in front of your heart and lengthen your whole spine. Inhale, release your right hand to the floor. Exhale, spin your chest toward the left and reach your left arm high. Inhale, unwind your twist, plant your left hand down. Exhale, spin your chest toward the right and reach your right arm high. Inhale, unwind your twist. Exhale, draw your hands to meet in front of your heart and lengthen your back body. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, release your hands back down to the floor and stretch your hips up toward the sky. Option to straighten your legs. Soften the weight of your upper body downward. Slowly slide your feet to be hip distance apart and inhale, lift your torso roughly halfway up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, release and fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees deeply and sweep your torso and your arms toward the sky. Exhale, sink your hips low into chair pose. Draw your palms to meet at your heart. Inhale, rise to the ball of your right foot. Exhale, release and rise to the ball of your left foot. Inhale, release and switch sides. Continue to alternate lifting one heel at a time, or option to float both heels off the floor and pause in the balance. Energetically squeeze your legs toward each other. Lengthen your whole spine and draw your navel in and up. Stabilize your breath. Slowly lower your heels to the floor and fold your torso forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold and plant your palms. Inhale, step back into a high plank position. Exhale, option to lower your knees, shift your weight forward and bend your elbows, lower roughly halfway into chaturanga. Inhale, flip your toes, press against your palms, open your chest into cobra or up dog. Exhale, flip your toes and lift your hips into down dog. Inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Square your hips to the floor, point your toes to face the mat. Option to lower your right knee down. Exhale, hug your left knee toward your nose, shift your weight forward, align your shoulders over your wrists, and curl your spine. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Sink your hips low and lengthen your spine forward. Inhale, ground into your right hand. Exhale, spin your torso toward the left and reach your left arm high. Roll to the pinky side of your left foot and press your left hand into your left thigh as you rotate your chest more open to the left. Slowly unwind your twist and plant your left hand and foot to the floor. Shift your weight forward and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Bend your knees deeply and sink your hips low back into your yogi squat. Draw your palms to meet at your heart and energetically press your elbows and your thighs against each other. Grow tall through your spine. Expand your chest forward. Lengthen your breath. On your next breath, slowly release your seat all the way down to the floor. Slide your feet forward in front of you and squeeze your legs together. Stretch your arms forward toward the top of your mat in line with your shoulders. Root against your sitting bones and lift your spine. Inhale, float your right foot off the floor. Exhale, release down and float your left foot off the floor. Inhale, lower back down and continue to lift one leg at a time or option to float both feet off the floor simultaneously. Draw your shins parallel to the mat, lift your spine and reach your chest forward toward your thighs. Option to interlace your fingers and keep your index fingers released. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, twist to the right and reach your hands to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, rise back up, reach your arms high. Exhale, twist to the left and reach your hands outside of your left thigh. Wherever you're working, continue to flow like this. Follow your own breath. On your next breath, reach your arms forward and lower your feet if they're lifted. Option to ground your hands as you lean your weight forward and root against your feet to lift your seat off the floor. Rise back up into chair pose. Bend your knees deeply. Sink your hips low. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Option to straighten your legs. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold and plant your palms. Inhale, step back into plank pose, option to lower your knees. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower roughly halfway into chaturanga. Inhale, flip your toes, squeeze your shoulder blades together and expand your chest forward. Exhale, flip your toes and lift your hips into down dog. Lengthen your spine and lengthen your breath. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward next to your right thumb. Inhale, root against your feet, lift your torso and your arms high. Exhale, bend your front knee deeply. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, release your hands to your heart. Inhale, lean your torso forward. Exhale, twist your torso toward the right. Option to hook your left elbow over your right thigh and press your arm and your leg against each other. Inhale, look down to the floor. Exhale, root into your right foot and step your left foot forward to meet it. Maintain your twist to the right. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, ground into your left foot. Exhale, lift your right foot off the floor. Straighten your left leg and rise to stand as you maintain your twist to the right. Draw your right knee toward your chest. Option to stay as you are, or option to catch hold of the pinky side of your right foot with your left hand and kick and extend your right leg forward as you reach your left arm back behind you. Keep your torso twisting to the right. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, lower your right foot to the floor, bend your knees deeply, and return back to your revolved chair pose. Twist toward the right. Inhale, look down to the floor. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat and unwind your twist. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, spin your left foot to face toward the left and open your hips out wide. Bend your front knee deeply and open your arms into a T shape. Inhale, flip your right palm to face up. Exhale, lean your torso toward the back of your mat. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your right knee and return to Warrior Two. Release your hands down to frame your front foot. And inhale, step back into plank pose. Exhale, option to lower your knees as you bend your elbows and lower roughly halfway down. Inhale, flip your toes and open your heart into Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, flip your toes and lift your hips into Down Dog. Inhale, float your left leg high. Exhale, step your foot forward next to your left thumb. Inhale, lift your torso and your arms high. Exhale, bend your front knee deeply. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, draw your hands to meet at your heart. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist toward the left. Option to hook your right elbow over your left thigh and apply resistance in both directions. Inhale, look down. Exhale, step your right foot forward to meet your left. Keep the rotation in your torso. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, root against the floor. So lift your left foot off the mat and rise to stand. Exhale, straighten your right leg and draw your left knee towards your chest as you maintain your twist. Option to stay as you are, or option to hold the pinky side of your foot with your right hand and kick your leg forward toward the top of your mat as you reach your left arm behind you. Strongly engage your core as you twist your torso. Wherever you are, slowly release your left foot down and bend your knees. Return back to your revolved chair pose. Inhale, look down. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, unwind your twist. Reach your arms high. Exhale, pivot on your right foot. Turn your toes to face the right. Open your hips and open your arms into a T shape. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, lean your torso toward the back of your mat and straighten your front leg. Inhale, lengthen across your side body. Exhale, bend your front knee and return to Warrior Two. Release your hands to your hips and straighten your front leg. Turn your left toes to face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, keep this length as you hinge from your hips and fold forward between your legs. Option to release your hands down to the floor roughly in line with your toes. Soften your torso downward with gravity. Inhale, lift your torso roughly halfway up. Exhale, draw your hands to your hips if they're not already there and rise all the way to stand. Walk your feet in slightly closer and turn your heels in and your toes out. Bend your knees deeply and sink low into a goddess squat. Rest your hands on your thighs and inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, dip your right shoulder into the midline and twist toward the left. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, dip your left shoulder into the midline and twist toward the right. Do this one more time on each side. Follow your own rhythm of breath. When you're finished, slowly return to center and straighten your legs. Turn to face the top of your mat and step your right foot forward to meet your left in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, dive your torso forward and down over your leg. Inhale, lift your torso roughly halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, sink your hips low. Exhale, sweep your arms and your torso high, sit low into chair pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees deeper. Continue to sink further and further to the floor until you can release your seat all the way down to the mat. Reach your arms forward. Inhale, root against your sitting bones and lift your spine. Exhale, float your feet off the floor and draw your shins parallel to the mat. Draw your navel in and up and squeeze your legs together. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, round your spine and release your back to hover just above the floor as you stretch your legs out long toward the top of your mat. And then slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Pause for a moment to slow your breath. Inhale, bend your knees and plant your feet on the floor. Exhale, cross your right leg over your left. Inhale, open your arms out wide with bent elbows into a cactus shape. Exhale, slide your seat toward the right and release your knees over toward the left. Option to look over your right shoulder. Soften the weight of both of your shoulders downward as you melt into the twist. Allow your breath to soften. On your next inhale, slowly unwind and return to center. Uncross your legs. Exhale, cross your left leg over your right. Inhale, slide your seat toward the left. Exhale, release both knees toward your right. Option to turn your neck to look over your left shoulder. Melt your shoulders down and soften your breath. On your next inhale, slowly unwind, uncross your legs and center your hips. Exhale, draw both knees towards your chest and rest your hands on top of your knees. Slowly make circles with your legs in a clockwise direction. On your next breath, reverse directions with your circles. On your next inhale, gently release your feet back down to the floor. Exhale, draw the soles of your feet to touch and open your knees out wide. Rest one hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. Option to close your eyes as you draw your awareness inside. Listen to the slow, steady rhythm of your breath. When you feel ready, slowly release your legs out long toward the bottom of your mat. Relax your arms by your sides with your palms facing up. Soften the full weight of your body into the floor. Release control over your body and your breath. Allow yourself to completely surrender into your final resting pose. Savasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Gently brush your thumbs against your fingertips. Mindfully wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms up over your head and lengthen from your toe tips to your fingertips. Bend your knees and plant your feet on the floor and slowly roll over onto your favorite side. Gently press down against the mat and rise up into a comfortable seated position. Lift up tall through your spine. Option to close your eyes. Rest one hand over your heart and place your other hand on top of it. Draw your awareness within as you listen to the steady beat of your breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bow your chin toward your chest. Thank yourself for your time, your presence, and your energy. See you next time. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please be sure to like this video, leave a comment, share this video with a friend or family member, and subscribe.